Today we're going to play pitch. Object.
Work with your partner to win points from 4 scoring categories, and outmaneuver your opponents by winning more bids. But bid too high and you can lose it all. First team to 15 points wins.
Pitch is a very popular game in one of the best places in the world, the Finger Lakes. And yes, this is the secret Finger Lakes sign, so what you need. 4 players and 2 teams of 2. You need a standard 52 card deck and a pen and paper to keep scoring. At the end of the video, I'll tell you how to play the game without teams. It won't take long. Partners sit across from each other. You're aiming for points in 4 categories: high, low, jack, and game. This ancient style of game is known as all fours. In each round of play, there will be one powered up super suit, which is chosen by each round's highest bidder. That suit will not only beat all others, but the highest, lowest, and jack of that suit and game are all worth 1 point. 1 point each. And in this game, like so many others, you need points to win. Card strength is high to low, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9, and so on down to the 2 as the lowest. The dealer shuffles and deals 6 cards per player. That means there are 28 cards out of play. So keep that in mind, more than half the cards aren't present in each round of play. So what determines the round's super suit?
Well, that's determined by the round's highest bidder, known as the pitcher. Get it? Pitch, pitcher.
Starting to the left of the dealer, the bidding process begins. Bids don't start at 1, and they don't go over 4. They must start at 2 and go up from there. If I was the highest bidder bidding 3, I would want to win 3 of the 4 game points. Why? Because remember, there are only 4 things you can win on: high card, low card, jack of the super suit, and the game point. So if you bid 3, that means you think you can win 3 of those things. You don't have to start at 2, you could start at 4 or 3, but if no one else makes a bid, the dealer must bid at least 2. Otherwise, the highest bidder wins the auction. If you've passed, you can't rebid. In my hand, I have the ace, the jack, and 3 of hearts. I want me and my partner to win with these cards, giving us the needed 3 points I bid. But what about the 4th point, game? That's determined by the partnership that has the highest valued cards of all the suits. And what are the values of those game cards? Each and every jack is worth 1 point. Each queen is worth 2 points. Kings are 3, aces are 4, and get this, 10s are 10 points. So if you want that winning game point, try to capture a lot of 10s. The highest bidder wins the auction and names the super suit.
If you lead the bid, you are that round's pitcher.
The first card played is very important. The highest bidder leads the play with any card, but whichever card they play with, it's the super suit. Even if they made a mistake and wanted it to be diamonds and they led with spades, well, too bad for them. It's spades now. So take care if you lead off the round. Use your official Playing Games Super Suit Decider die to display each round's super suit. Do you want your own Super Suit Decider die? Well, follow the link in the description, and if they're still available, you should get one. Okay, now that we know the high suit, all players must follow suit when it's played. That goes for any suit led after the first hand. However, there's one exception to the you must follow suit rule in pitch. And that is, you must follow suit unless a non-super suit is played, in which case you can either follow suit or play a super suit card to win. For example, if this player played a heart here, I should have to play my hearts card, but I also have this super suit card, so I could play that to try to win it. The super suit being spades. If you don't have a card in the led suit, you can play any card you'd like. On your turn, play 1 card. Play a higher card in that suit if you want to try to win it. Each trick is won by the highest card in the super suit or the highest card in the suit led if no super suit card is played. Players collect tricks they win. After all 6 tricks are played, points are tallied up. Now we discover if the bidding team made their bid. Players combine their winning cards and separate the high, low, and jack of the super suit. Just a heads up, not all of the cards are dealt, so it's possible that there isn't a point-earning jack in the round of play. That also means that there might not be an ace as the high card, making the round's highest card a king or a queen of that super suit. Also, there might not be a 2 present, making the 3 or 4 that round's lowest card, and so on. And if you're not holding the ace, the 2, and the jack, you won't really know if those cards are present in the round until the round is over. They also count the values of all cards from the ranks 10 and up. Remember, jacks are each worth 1, queens 2, kings 3, aces 4, and 10s are worth 10 points. You don't record that total point score, rather its sum just determines whether you win that 1 game point or not. Once we have all the possible points, each team marks down their score. Now we see if the team that had the winning bid accomplished their goal or failed.
1 point is awarded for each of the 4 scoring possibilities. The non-pitching team keeps any points they made this round. The pitching team, on the other hand, can only keep points if they made their bid or more. If they captured less points than they bid, They go negative the exact amount they bid, regardless of how short they were.
If my team was a team that led and our bid was 2, well, we have 2 points in the high card and the jack. So we get to add 2 more points to our total. If instead we had bid 3 and only made 2 of those points, we'd have to subtract 3 from our total. Bummer. After we've recorded our scores, the dealer moves to the next player to the left of the previous one. They shuffle and deal 6 cards to each player, and we repeat the game process, starting with another round of bidding. Winning the game. The first team to hit or go beyond the agreed target points, typically 11, 15, or 21, wins. 15's best. If both teams end up with the same score beyond the target score, keep playing rounds until one team pulls ahead. Strategy. Don't overbid unless you're holding serious supersuit firepower. Also keep tabs of the jack on the supersuit. It swings a point, but it can also swing the game for you. Look out for 10s. Don't lose a 10, because remember, 10s are worth 10 points for the game total. Don't forget about the low cards. Keep an eye on them. Low cards can sneak through unexpectedly. If you've got it, play it at the right time. Variations.
My favorite variation is allowing for players to dump and redraw cards after the bidding process. Players typically pull out their weakest cards, placing them face down in a muck pile, and draw their hand back up to 6 cards, drawing from the unused draw deck. After this, you might find yourself with a better or worse hand. This is a very important part of the game, and it's what gives pitch an extra layer of unpredictability. If you play this way, the pitcher will announce the super suit before the redraw process, but they must lead off the round with a card in that suit. Smudge. In some games, you can bid up to 5. In this version, if you bid 5, you must win all 4 points, plus all 6 tricks, all the tricks. This clean sweep is known as smudge by some. You might hear about 7-point pitch, 10-point pitch, 20-point pitch, who knows? With those house rules, there are more bidding possibilities. For example, for 10-point pitch, you might get a point for all the jacks. You could add jokers and bid on those. Just be aware that this style of play gets a little bit wacky, and it's not for everybody.
And what if you don't want to play teams? Well,
this is played the same way, but by individuals, no teams. You don't share points, meaning the pitcher completes their bid all by themselves.
pitch is an incredibly popular game where I grew up in the Finger Lakes. Supposedly, it came from a long line of British colonial games, all 4 games like 7-Up, Sledge, and High-Low Jack, making it ideal for cozy gameplay under the gray and gloomy skies of Skaneateles, New York. Like hearts, spades, and scopa, it's a very fun, repeatable, low-stakes trick-taking game. And since it encourages group play, pitch is an excellent game to keep family and friend groups together. Do you play it differently? You probably do, or just want to say hi? Leave a comment down below. Please subscribe, like, and share to help this channel grow. You are great. See you next time on Playing Games.